WRAHEsports against Team Cillerian. Both teams on the exact same record of 5-4 here in Open so far. 9 games in. And here on Nuke and WRAH. One of the most played maps for them. Cillerian also playing it a couple of times so far and proving quite effective for Megon as he just runs in towards that ace site, getting 3 kills straight off the bat. Backed up as well by Trush, and then Topple couldn't do much about it at that point. As WRAH gets swept up, swept away in that first round. Of course, have been playing Nuke, especially recently, after we saw them take quite the beating to WRAHEsports on stream. Did win a game against Vanity Pro on Nuke, and then lose to vice versa. 16-8 on Nuke as well. A game I think Topple was streaming, and that we had a chat about, me and Crazy, on the YouTube channel, the WRAH YouTube channel, which you should follow. Had a chat about that and much more about the team. So make sure to follow that. Make sure to watch that as well. I think there's still some current stuff in there, including a slight preview for this game. Not much. I don't think you'll have time to catch up with that preview anyway. As already being in it and all, even if it hasn't quite eaten up yet, because this round doesn't seem like that round. With WRAH having 4 USPs in it, and that 1 Deagle on top. That's with Maniac, one of the new recruits, already going down. Crazy following. And yeah, from that point on, not much. Guess an inadvertent team kill at least, but again, a lot of fragging output left here for the WRAH players. Was of course, even in that defeat, again that I talked about with Crazy on the YouTube, a lot of positives to take away, considering it was their first game with this lineup and with this new coach that they have brought in Spin and Maniac obviously as the lineup part of it. And Maniac maybe even more positively having such a big impact despite losing the game. He dropped a ridiculous amount of frags, honestly. Maybe a good sign. Gets a second killer out. Good stuff. Gets the Galil out of there. Very good. I think in the end he got to 27 losing the M4. Maniac. They wouldn't have anything here really to win the round with anyway, but if he had an M4, you know, they have some money. Obviously they're buying up a couple of Deagles here, so it wouldn't have been impossible to win this round if that M4 was still alive now. Not so much. See Luke doing shot, by the way. Love to see it. Shout out to Luke. Who was also in chat for the game I casted earlier. Not WRAH, admittedly, not Open. But his dedication to the game and his team. Or teams. It's quite clear. That's a Cillerian. On these rifles really should just clean up. They played a pretty slow style so far, which I suppose suits them well to this sort of fight. And you can try to peek for it. The part here so far though is all he can muster is an assist. I suppose with a team frag coming through. Crazy. To follow that one up, then the P250 shots not there right now, even as Fink brings the kill back. Spin needs this. Doesn't waste his chance. Runs away. Stays alive. Backup coming. Not quick enough. With one player up there in heaven as well. It's really tough all the time as Topple still connects on him. Staying very vigilant. Very aware. Chance now for WRAH if they don't just want to save here. No kits involved. If they get this next frag, surely. Strush turns away. Topple has the information, has the frag, and there's only Ryan left. He's been red hot so far though, but then loses the fight. As WRAH take the round. An unexpected one. I was coming into it, calling it into question in a big way. The Thing getting 2 kills, Topple getting the same, ends up proving to be enough. They pick up that first round of the game for them. Timeout also called. Technical one. Lose this game, they'll go to an even win-loss. They won't lose the round, surely. They win. Haven't seen that in a bit. 23 seconds it took to turn that tide. Do need quite a few more if they do want to turn this whole thing around, though, and that is looking less than likely at this point, isn't it? Google's done out for Cillerian, still WRAH with a better buy here, of course then. So he pushes in, Megon. Does he have the angle on Mania? Who thinks Thing has his back, but doesn't have that angle. Not walking into it yet. Maybe I can instead go the other way. Oh, the first and second kills of the round. Thing did have Megon covered. If only Ryan left on this ace, second 9-7, not proving too effective. ATM, the only chance he has now is to catch off the one with the bomb. Not succeeding in that. Maniac looking stronger there. Starting off this tee-off really well. He is in WRAH. You wouldn't have guessed they'd lost that first half 14-1 considering how they've started here. USP, that mean that WRAH at least get up to 4 rounds here, surely. Anything else would be quite a disgrace. JTM not helping up much in an attempt to create that hypothetical. Instead, WRAH get the bomb down on B and look quite secure in it. They just hide around. Don't know why WRAH challenging here, maybe a bit of target practice. Ben gets a lot of that. 3 kills from the round, which is quite a bit more than what he had before. Ryan even fails to connect on the saves. It feels like the vibe is changing, you know, because nothing's going for Cillerian now. None of these plays, none of them seem to be working out. The problem, of course, being that they had 14 rounds from the first half, and if that was just a little bit different, even if it was still like a big win, say 11-4, if WRAH just had won 3 rounds back, they'd be straight back into the game, but now it still feels like such a mountain to climb. I just don't know if they can climb it all the way, JTL. Not even allowing them the first stop. That is how far away they still are. As he does get it to a 5-on-4 just instantly. Yeah. JTM will do that to you, apparently. Goes up again there. WRAH having problems dealing with him inside here as he keeps on ticking. Until he finally is dismantled by Maniac. But it's caused so many issues already now. I just wonder if the damage is irreversible. Seems that way. Match point. Inevitable. Unless Maniac can now stop it. Already 2 kills. Staying unscathed from the battle with WRAH. Oh, so close on getting that one as well, but first, all he needed was that one headshot. And gets it. Now WRAH, final attempt to keep them in the game. The first of many, they'll hope. But not just the final. Because if this is the final attempt, then obviously they won't have a next one to play around with. WRAH, they've already lost a player, just like last round. Dropped to 4 and 5 quite quickly. Just gonna hope it doesn't snowball from there, but then Ryan shows up, and that shotgun shows up. The Mag 7 not working. The XM clearly working for Ryan in a slightly more aggressive position. JTM shows up outside again. That's something WRAH were hoping for maybe, although they do get a kill from it, and then Maniac gets a kill inside as well. That's already brought it back to a 3-on-3. Maniac getting triple teamed here though, and doesn't even get the past the first hurdle. There's supposed to be several stacked on top of one another. And then it dwindles out. And then Topple is left in yet another 1-on-3. I feel like he's been left in these a lot. Hasn't won any of them. This would be the time to do it. The time's running by. So are the rounds. They drop here, WRAHEsports, to a 16-4 defeat, with one of the very few positives being that it wasn't as bad as losing 16-2 to Red Pack. That CT side. Clearly some issues with it, as I mentioned during it. Not anything too complex either. It was just simple mistakes where if you make several of them during every single round, you probably aren't going to be winning a lot of those CT rounds, and that proved to be the case as WRAH only won one round, and now find themselves 5 and 5 in the ESEA Open. Not a great game from anyone. Not a great game for WRAH in general, I suppose, yeah. Obviously tough to see. Not to harp on it too much again. Spin obviously has a new recruit coming in and just never really getting going. That one kill I think he had on the entirety of T side. Or the CT side, yeah, where he only had one kill during the entire half, even as he got, I think, a couple during like an eco round, or an anti-eco round rather. It's not really enough to save it being quite a poor performance from not just him, but much of the team, really. No one, again, sticking out in a positive way. Just all in the wrong ways. Cillerian went out then here as WRAH take another beating in Open this season. They now find themselves 5 and 5 with a couple games left to go. They do need to start winning a couple. They do need to start or get back to maybe the win column side of things, that being filled up more so than the last one, or even being tied up, because at that point you're not making it to the playoffs, and even if you are, you're not getting the high enough seed to actually get a worse opponent in the first round to make it to intermediate and so on. So wins need to come soon. We'll see if they do next time around. We'll see when that stream actually is for the next time around. Will surely be early next week or so. I guess you'll have to follow the Twitter though for more information, for more details. That's at WRAHEsports, WRAH, of course, esports there. Can also follow this Twitch. See when we do go live with that next game. Do note some games are just streamed to the player point of views. So again, I would recommend that Twitter for that. All right, we'll see you back next time then. For me, it's signing out. Hope you have a lovely evening from here on out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.